What's up, y'all? It's your girl Ayana of Ayana Innocent Chat. Y'all, I put together a little something for us. I had to go and ask my friend Gemini what she thought about Bethany's weight loss and the lack of sex in her and Larry's marriage, and if the marriage could be saved if she lost weight. And Gemini gave us information. But before we do that, I want to kind of remind you of some things. Bethany has this real big, excuse my language, but a hard on for Lashar. And she can't stand this woman. She hates this woman. And she can't stand Lynette, but more Shar than Lynette. Okay. And one of the biggest things is that Bethany can't measure up to Shar in the looks department because Bethany is bigger than Shar. She thinks that that's why Larry is with her. So check out a conversation. Let's go back a little bit, and we're going to check out this conversation after Shar gets her new house, and Bethany has all kind of negative things to say. Says it in front of Brooke. Brooke tells Shar. Shar comes over. Her and Bethany have some words, and now Bethany is filling Larry in. Let's hear what Bethany says Shar said about her.
I have an opinion about this conversation too.
It has nothing to do with me.
You know what? America's great. I can do that anytime I want.
Okay, see, you see how you act? You said, I pull up, you and her out there arguing about her house.
And she made a lot of comments about me and about my weight just because I made comments about how big her house was. I'm tired of it, Larry.
Your weight?
Yes, about my weight. She was making fun of how big the house was, and she said she got the house because it was so big because she wanted to make it so that I could enter and get my big old butt in that house.
So Shar did say something similar to that. Yeah, like pretty much saying that she's big as a house and she wanted to make sure she can get in the house. Okay.
I'm tired of it, Larry.
You know what I'm tired of? I'm tired of both of you.
Well,
I'm tired of both of you.
Too.
I'm tired of you throwing insults at her. I'm tired of her throwing insults. So y'all throw these racial insults at each other.
You know what?
It's pissing me off.
Well, it always pisses me off, but yet nothing ever gets done about it.
Okay. So Bethany, again, in this moment, is playing victim. She talked about this woman's house, and then this woman came at her and said, you know why I got such a big house for me and my daughter? Is so that you can get your big behind in there. Okay? She did say something like that. And whenever Bethany can come at folks, but when people come at Bethany about her weight, she can't handle it when they attack her back. Okay. So now I'm going to take y'all a little forward to more recent times when Bethany had the audacity to compare herself with Shar when her and Larry were having this conversation about whether she was physically attracted to him, and he explained to her it's not about your looks, it's about your mental, and I can't stand the way you handle me in my mentality and my mental health. And Bethany still thought it was about looks. So let's get to it. So in this skit from a few weeks ago, Bethany compared her looks or her beauty to Shar and Lynette's. Here's what she says to Larry, and here's what Larry explains to her.
It's like I look at them and I see that they've got thin bodies. I see that they've got, different kinds of clothes that they wear. They've got, fit. They're fit and tight legs and, rounded booties and, and stuff like that. And I'm constantly comparing myself to look at that because I'm not like them.
Who asked you to be? I didn't ask you to be like them.
I know, Larry, but I feel like I have to be to a degree because I'm on a different level.
Notice he said to her, I didn't ask you to be like them. He actually wanted her for her, weight and all, but he wants her to treat him with respect.
Physically and mentally, and I feel like I have to bring myself down to a different way. Not saying down.
She said, I feel I have to bring myself down to a different way. And when she realized it in this moment, she says this.
In a bad way, just to a different level.
So she got to bring herself down to their level. She's constantly comparing herself to these women, but feels like she's got to bring herself down to their level for Larry's love. Down to their level. Okay? But it's somebody who has a distorted image of herself. Okay? So let's just break down whether if Bethany did lose all this weight, she's lost 175 pounds. She told him in the previous skit. But if she's done so much damage to her marriage, and this conversation that she's having now is because she wants to have sex, and Larry ain't touching her. Okay, but if she lost weight and got down to Char's or Lynette's size, would it reinvigorate or would it stimulate his libido to make him want her again? Well, I asked Gemini. Gemini got some answers for me. Let's get into it. Okay, y'all. So I asked my friend Gemini. And Gemini, this is the question I asked Gemini. I said, hey, you know that for this couple, their destruction of their sex life isn't just a symptom of a growing apart. It is a direct casualty of psychological warfare. The wife has lost, this is what Gemini told me. So I replied and I say the wife has lost weight and is in competition, at least in her mind, with the ex-wife, i.e. Shara. She thinks because she has lost weight, he'll find her more physically attractive and want sex from her now. Is it likely that the sex life is dead to the point that no amount of weight loss on behalf of the wife will lead to the husband having renewed desire for her? That is my question. Okay. So in a nutshell, if she, no matter how much weight this woman loses, will he ever want her back? Would he ever want to start having sex with her again? And this is what he's told me. Yes, from a clinical perspective, it is highly likely that the husband's sexual desire for his wife is completely dead, and no amount of weight loss or physical transformation will revive it. Y'all remember the skit where she went and got her hair done recently? Well, why don't I just show it to you? Why don't I just do that? Now, notice Gemini said that it didn't matter how much weight she lost or even whatever physical transformation she did. Meaning, even if she went and got something as simple as a hairstyle, that's the simplest thing that a person can do, aside from maybe changing their clothes they wear, right? And watch how Larry reacts to Bethany when she changes her hair. Let's watch this exchange in this skit. Bethany has a new hairstyle and Larry doesn't even notice until Brooke calls it out. Larry, where you at?
Right here.
What you doing?
Looking at this credit card statement.
Yeah. Is that high this month?
Extremely.
Yeah.
Too much.
We'll get it paid for.
He's not even looking at her. He won't even look at the woman.
Yeah. So what you been up to today?
Nothing really, just out and at home, just relaxing.
She's pissed. He looked at her and ain't noticed nothing about that hair. Them curly locks ain't even curly no more. They straight. They've been flattened out and he ain't noticing. And she is pissed.
Yeah.
Doing nothing really.
Oh, well, I went out running errands, stopped by, did a couple of things that were important. Made a couple of changes out there, you know, whatever. But anyway, booking a room.
I don't know. I haven't heard from her in a minute.
Oh,
She probably ran around here somewhere. Getting out my way.
okay. Well, maybe we could, I don't know, get dinner together or figure out something to do together tonight.
Like what?
I don't know. Spend time together.
Maybe we can figure out something to do tonight. Like what? He don't even want to spend time with her.
Notice. Yeah, I don't know. Talk.
Hey guys.
Hey.
Oh, I like your hair.
Oh, thank you.
Nice.
Thank you. Remember, I told you I was going to get those extensions, you know?
Now look at him. It took Brooke calling it out for him to notice it. Because he not stunned her.
Extensions, you know? Right there. It's like the rope.
It's thicker too.
Yeah, that's what I wanted. Thank you for
You're
noticing. I appreciate that.
Thank you for noticing.
Wait, you didn't notice?
I was focused over here, but it's nice.
You was reading mail for you to notice your wife's hair.
Now Brooke just being messy. But the underlying reason why he did not notice Bethany's hair is because the marriage is dead. It's not working. It's not working. Let's go back and check out what Gemini has to say. Notice that Gemini said it is highly likely that the husband's sexual desire for his wife is completely dead, and no amount of weight loss or physical transformation will revive it. He didn't even notice this woman got her hair, changed her hair. The wife's belief that losing weight will fix their intimate life represents a profound cognitive distortion. Notice what she said. She talked in the previous skit. She said that Shara and Lynette, they have tight bodies. They're slim. They're trim. They have rounded booties, all of that. Okay. But yet she said, and Larry's like, well, who asked you to be like them? Because I did. And she's like, well, I just feel like I got to. But he never asked her that. Then she says she feels like she has to, all the wonderful things about them. And she says feels like she has to bring herself down to their level in order for him to appreciate her. She feels like she has to bring herself down to their level. That is a huge distortion. No one brings themselves down to somebody's level and it be a good thing. So she's got a positive view of them and that makes her jealous of them because of how they look and their beauty and everything. But then on the other hand, she feels like she's bringing herself down by trying to make herself look beautiful. That does not make any sense. Again, a profound cognitive distortion. Perfect example. Okay. So she's applying superficial solution to a deep structural trauma problem. She's viewing the marriage through a lens of physical market value and rivalry, competing with the ex-wife, completely missing the reality that her own abusive behavior has dismantled the psychological foundation required for a husband to experience desire. So then it gives me a traumatic breakdown. Let's see where Bethany fits. Trauma and safety. The trauma and safety filter of male desire. Common misconception is male sexual desire operates purely on visual stimuli. That is a myth. It is a lie. They don't just operate on visual stimuli. Not with someone they want to have something long-term with. That's why you see like these relationships with like these IG models and stuff like that where it don't really last because that stuff isn't real. A real man is going to want real. And it's not just physical realness. He's also going to want someone who can be in the trenches with him. And when he is at his worst, she can make him better. Someone who can comfort him and not cause him trauma. While visual attraction plays a role, human sexual arousal is heavily regulated by the brain's assessment for safety. Is it safe for me to be vulnerable with you in this moment, take off all my clothes, and try to perform for you in some way, shape, or form? For a man with PTSD, the brain's amygdala, the threat detection center, is hyperreactive. Because the wife has subjected him to daily arguments, insults, and threats to his family, his brain categorizes her as an active predator or a threat source. So Larry now views her as a threat. Okay. Let me show you. Let me prove to you because y'all think, oh, that's stretching. It's not. Let me show you. So in this skit, Larry is telling Bethany that he feels like a failure as a father because he allowed her to push his daughter away. Part of what makes a man feel whole once he has a family is having his family. So when something happens, a breach or disruption in that family, that begins, they try to go into repair mode, fix it mode. When they can't fix it, they feel like a failure. But what is the source of the problem? The source of the problem is Bethany. So as Jim and I said, for the PTSD barrier, his brain categorizes her as an active predator or a threat source to his family and to his safety. He can't be vulnerable with her. Watch this.
Hey, hon. I think some of your vitamins came in. Yeah. Bring them to you. Yeah. How was your day?
Not so good.
Why? What happened? What's wrong?
So I got a message on the app that said Brooke and Destiny were tardy for school.
Why?
Well, I called Shara
Okay.
and she told me they overslept.
Well, did they forget to set their alarm or something?
I don't know. But if they were here, in this house, that would never happened.
Oh, okay, well,
Now, this is after Brooke left. And I'm going to go back. I'm going to take you back to the night before when he tells her and what she says about her Brooke not coming home. She does, again, emasculates him. So right now he's in a highly stressful PTSD situation right now.
I mean, we can't help that happened over there.
But we can, because over here they have structure. They have time frames that they have to get up, get out of here by a certain time. Over there, they don't have that.
Okay.
So their rhythm is off right now.
But once again, that's over there and that's not here. That's not something that we can control.
But they should be here in this house with me. But because of that, they're over there.
Well, they made the decision. Brooke made that decision to go over there.
Why did Brooke make the decision?
Because she's irritated at us.
No, she's not irritated at me.
Well,
she's irritated at
She
you.
didn't want to do that boot camp, let's be honest, but she's mad at me for a lot of
boot
things.
camp? It ain't just the boot camp.
I said she's mad at me for a lot of things.
You going through her phone. The other things, she's leaving because of you.
She's mad at a lot of things. You're right.
No. See, you're deflecting
No,
somewhere
I'm
else.
not deflecting.
And I need you
She's
to take
mad at me for a
responsibility.
lot of things.
So she's not taking accountability. She's not taking any responsibility for her actions that led to Brooke feeling like, you know what, I can't do it anymore. I'm going to stay at my mom's and Destiny leaving. Larry loves to have his girls in the home with him. That's part of his peace. That's part of his happiness. And Bethany has created too many wedges between him and his children, which is a big part of who this man is. Family is huge for him. So if his mind ain't right around his family, and he sees her as a threat to his family and to the well-being of his family and to the relationship that he has with his children, she's a threat. And he not going to want her, y'all. He not going to want her. But let's go back to the night before, because I want to show you something that happened that also kind of went with a little emasculation as well. So in this skit, Bethany finds out that Brooke did not come home, and she's found out. Larry's pissed, and Larry's trying to have a conversation with her. And watch what Bethany says.
Hey, I can't believe the girls thought they could be slick enough to take the bus over to Shars again.
So it's a joke to her. It's funny to her. It's funny to her.
Where are they?
At Shara's.
Wait, why?
Because that's where they feel they want to stay right now.
And you said that was okay?
I did.
Why?
Because you're a helicopter parent, as I was told.
She did call me that, and I just figured out what that was. So, yeah. But you don't think it was wrong for them to stay over there? I mean,
No, I don't.
I mean, who's the parent? I mean,
What?
She said, who's the parent? That, my friends, was an emasculation. That was questioning his ability to parent his children, or the children in his home, because he's got his niece there too. So who's the parent? Who's the wife? Someone should be asking, well, who's the husband? Because she clearly doesn't recognize him and support him in his role as head of that household. But who's the parent?
really, who's the parent, Larry? I mean, this is your house and they belong here.
And this is their house.
Yeah.
But the problem is they don't want to be in this house. They want to be at that house. And you know why that is?
Because they're irritated. Well, she's irritated with me.
Exactly.
Yeah, I know that.
My daughter's not here. Mm-hmm. And I need her home. But she doesn't want to come home because of you.
I know she's
Now, hold on. Let's back that up. Listen to what he says again.
I need her home. But she doesn't.
I need her home. When he's saying he needs her home, what he's saying is that a part of him is missing when his daughter is not home. Not because she's gone off to college somewhere, not because she's out with friends, not because she's just staying with her mom for the weekend. His daughter has made a decision. She would rather be away from him because she is there. He's saying, I need my daughter home. I need my relationship with my daughter to be solid. I need my daughter to feel at home in the abode that I've created for her. And you have now created a situation where she does not feel safe with me. Y'all get it? But Bethany don't care. Again, this was emasculation. And this was a put down, and it was also a let down. Okay? Who's the parent? So what else is required for arousal for a man? Because people are, oh, he just needs to look at it and he'll be fine. That's not. But man has got a bunch of stuff on his mind. He ain't gonna be able to function. And if he does get it up, is he really gonna be able to keep it up, people? Is he really gonna be able to keep it up? So this is still the trauma and the lack of safety. So listen what it says. The parasympathetic shut off. Arousal requires the parasympathetic nervous system, rest and digest, to take over. When a man is in proximity to someone who routinely devalues his manhood and attacks his child, his sympathetic nervous system, fight or flight, is fully activated, meaning Larry is in constant fight or flight mode. He's constantly on the defense. Vasoconstriction occurs, stress hormones spike, and libido is completely suppressed. Not partly suppressed, not nearly suppressed. No, it is completely suppressed. His body is physically incapable of safely redirecting energy towards sexual arousal because it is entirely focused on psychological survival. Larry has been fighting for his psychological survival for quite some time now. Bethany has been a source of it. Remember, this is psychological warfare. Bethany has made little comments about his inability to perform. She's made that in several skits when she's emasculating him. It's not that he can't perform. He can't perform for her because he don't want to. Because he's in constant fight or flight. Isn't that something? Now, here's the other thing, the irreparable nature of emasculation. How does emasculation cause irreparable damage? Verbal abuse that targets a partner's basic competence, stupid, and identity, insulted his manhood, acts as an acid on sexual attraction. In other words, with every emasculating word, with every stupid, with every dirty cop, with every insult to his manhood, with every target to his daughter, every time she called him trashy, called his family trashy, calling his daughter a hoe, that was her pouring more and more acid on their relationship and on his sexual attraction to her. Ain't got nothing to do with her weight. He can go out there right now, find a 400-pound woman who treats him good, cooks him a good meal, rubs him down, makes him feel good, and get it up and be just as happy. When a person systematically strips away their partner's dignity, they kill that partner's desire to be vulnerable with them. Okay, y'all don't think she done stripped away his dignity? Let us not forget Thanksgiving. Let me show you how that stripped away this man's dignity. Let's really break it down. So we're back at Thanksgiving, folks. And I want to say this. I know in a lot of my compilations, I come back to this skit. But for me, Thanksgiving, when it's family around, this was like a real serious turning point in their relationship. This is when we start to see Larry slowly but surely start to turn his back on Bethany. We start to see him really get tired because this is a skit where Larry actually physically left her for a few days. Okay, this is the event that triggered that. Let's go. Notice everyone is laughing and talking and everything at the table. Bethany looks over. Now, people been sitting down for a minute eating plates, and she ain't said nothing. It's only when she walks, she's getting ready to go sit down, and she notices how they are laughing and giggling and talking and reminiscing. Look at the concern on her face. She sees him happy. She sees him happy with his sister, his niece, his nieces, his daughter, even Shara and Duchess. They're laughing. They're having a good time. This is when Bethany decided to act a fool by the chair. Okay? This is all about destroying the good time that was being had.
Larry, excuse me, where am I supposed to sit?
If you can have my seat.
No, I don't want to have your seat.
Now, somebody came for me and tried to say he didn't give her his seat. He actually said, you can have my seat, and he stood up to offer her his seat. So he did offer her his seat, which for me and my purposes is him giving up his seat. But she didn't want the seat. What she wanted instead was to cause destruction on a happy time. In this happy moment, Larry was relaxed. He was in good spirits. He really just wanted to mess things up for him. And she did. She saw he was happy. She saw they were relaxed. He was in his relaxed mode. He was in his rested mode. He was feeling safe. The safety of family, the joy of family, the joy and the safety of having that connection. And she wanted to destroy it. Watch what she does. And watch what she said. She's going off about a chair, a seat. He was willing to give her his seat, but she didn't even want the seat. She wanted to cut the food.
Larry, I want to sit next to you because I want to enjoy my meal with you, not in your seat.
Well, I mean, Bethany, it's the family, so.
Well, yes, I'm part of that family.
You are.
Mm-hmm. I'm your wife. Yes.
Have my seat.
I don't want to have your seat. I want to sit next to you
Have my seat. So now she starts having a whole tantrum.
at the table that we both provide for here in this house, which is both ours.
I'm not moving.
Did I tell you to move? No, but it would be nice. You know, you know I'm here. You know that's where I always sit, Tamara.
Not this year, Bethany. Please, not this year. Everybody's having
Not
a
this
great
year, what?
time. Don't start that. Like, just can you just come on in?
Wait a minute. You started this when you sat in my seat, which you knew is.
Now, last Thanksgiving, Tamara was in the other room. And she left out of one room to go in there and aggravate Tamara and start stuff in that room. See where I'm going with that? This is this man's sister. And all she's saying is, look, just calm it down. Like, we don't have to do this. We're having a good time. And Bethany is insisting on being a jerk.
The seat next to my husband.
I sat down and I'm staying right here. I'm gonna eat my food today. And I'm gonna sit right here. And is this your seat? Oh well.
Larry, are you kidding me? Are you kidding?
Bethany, listen.
No.
I don't want to cause any problems.
So now he's begging her. This is the beginning of him begging her to just calm down. So he's embarrassed by her behavior. She takes it up a notch, though. She's going to say some real hateful stuff.
Right now. Look,
You are the bad
family-
energy, Shar. Don't even start.
The family came over. We're going to be a family.
I am a
So
family.
just take my seat.
No, I don't want to sit in your seat, Larry. I
I'm
want
off.
to sit next to you. I understand the words, would you like to take my seat? I'm not dense, but apparently you are. Because you're not understanding, I want to sit.
I'm not dense, but apparently you are. So now she's insulted his intelligence. She just keeps going. It just gets better. This is in front of his folks. This is not a safe space for him anymore. What was his safe space? So this could have been a real good night for them. She could have not cut the food. He could have not turned up after everybody was gone. They cleaned up and stuff. They could have flirted a little bit. They could have had a little something special going on. But after this instance, this man packed the bag and left for some days.
Next to you, not in your chair.
I'm trying to be nice here, and you just got to be condescending all the time.
Well, you know, it'd be nice for you to notice when I was walking up, there's not even chairs for Annette and Harvey.
Well,
She wasn't thinking about Annette and Harvey. She wasn't thinking about them. She just happened to look towards them because they were standing in the place that she was standing in when she first glanced over and saw everybody at this table, all the blackness at this table, happy and laughing. And she didn't like that. So when she turned and looked to where she was and say, and when you didn't even notice I was coming to my seat, she saw them standing there and said, they don't even have anywhere to sit. Really, Bethany? Okay.
You can sit right here.
Someday I'll graduate to the big boy table. Don't worry.
Now, Harvey's embarrassed. Annette's embarrassed. Harvey makes a joke to kind of cut the tension. This is what Harvey was doing. Larry says, y'all can sit there. And they fine to sit right there. They ain't tripping. And Harvey goes, one day I'll graduate to the big boy table. He's saying that to crack a joke. Everybody laughs because he's trying to break the tension that has now come about because of Bethany, Hurricane Bethany. Let's keep going.
Are you kidding me? Are you kidding? Right now.
What do you want me to do? Make everybody get up and move?
Well, I mean, it would be nicer. Oh, I'm not surprised. The trash always stays with the rest of the family. I get it.
Now it's calling the ex trash in front of the daughter. When the daughter and both he and the daughter have said, please stop talking about my mama like that.
Oh, I get it. Yes, I did.
Are you calling her trash or you calling the family trash?
But I call it family trash.
Because we're all family.
I'm going in here.
That's fine. That's fine, Harvey. I might join you in a minute, but you know what? It's fine. I'm so used to it.
Harvey leaves, not because he didn't want to sit there. He's leaving because he doesn't want to sit and listen to Bethany act like an idiot.
By now, I'm used to you not backing me up. I'm used to you taking sides. It's fine. It's fine.
I'm almost done. You can have my seat.
Just airing out her marriage in front of all these people.
No, you know what? I appreciate that, Duchess. You're the only one in this family that treats me like.
Now she's using Duchess to throw a shady under. I'm gonna call it an undersold. It's not an insult. It's an undersold. I know undersold is not a word, y'all. But she's using Duchess now. Duchess' willingness to give her seat up and thanking her and being all gracious to her to try to one up Larry.
Family, I get it. Not even my husband treats me like family. I get it.
Not even my husband treats me like family. Not even my husband. Again, now she's coming at him as being a bad husband. If it was like this, it went like that.
Trash.
No, actually, she's
But the
not.
rest of us are trash.
Yes.
But you married trash.
Oh, you know what? Yeah, and you married trash before. Yeah, and you invited trash into our house.
I'm on the roll with the trash.
Yeah, and you created trash.
Okay.
She said, yep. And you married trash before. And you married and you're trash. And you married trash. And together y'all created trash. And the camera lands on Brooke. Everything that Gemini and I are discussing is all described here. And yet he's supposed to want to rub on her booty. Yeah, right. So Gemini says, when a person systematically strips away their partner's dignity, we saw that there at Thanksgiving, they kill that partner's desire to be vulnerable with them. Okay. The husband's sexual withdrawal isn't a passive waning of interest because she gained weight. It is an active defensive wall built against psychological injury. Now, one of the dynamics in this marriage is we have a daughter who now has turned 18. She's grown up dealing with Bethany's microaggressions and racial slurs and all of that, she kind of guises not the case. Bethany's distorted love for her and for her father. Well, now Brooke has learned how to manipulate Bethany. She knows when to be on her side and when not to. Right now, Bethany is trying to co-sign for her to get a car. She's trying to Bethany's trying to get her an apartment on the backhand side. Brooke's pissed because her dad's not letting her drive a car because she barely passed her driver's license test. And now Bethany is trying to chime in on a conversation between Brooke and Larry, the man of the house. And Larry keeps asking her to stop butting in, but she keeps butting in. Again, this may not be emasculation as we know it, but it is a form of it. It is a form of saying, I don't care what you say, I'm going to keep talking because I got a right to have something to say, even though, and what you're saying in this moment to her, it don't even matter. Only thing that matters is what I say, so you shut up. Let's go.
Example. That's how a man's supposed to talk to females.
I can talk to anybody I want to and they disrespect me.
She ain't disrespecting.
She
chimed
did.
in on
I asked her nicely.
talking.
I asked her nicely, can she leave? She could have just said yes.
I hope you learn never to pull and meet someone that treats you like this. I hope.
So his raggedy daughter because that's what I'm calling her now. Set the stage for her to now walk up to. She does this in this man's face. I hope you never meet anybody who talks to you like this man talks to me.
Really?
Yeah,
Bethany,
really.
you still
that's
talking.
Not what a man is. That is not
That's not
what
what
a
a
man
woman
is.
is.
That is not what a man is. Instead of her leaving though and going on about her business, that's not what a man is. That's not what a man is. This same woman that was begging for him to rub on her booty. And he's supposed to find her attractive. She clearly right here we can see. And her shirt is just like, it's bull because she don't radiate positivity. But you see her, she is definitely slimmed down from what we knew her to be before. And yet she comes with the ugliness. And she uses the daughter's favor in using her to yet again emasculate this man once again and to imply he's a horrible husband. But he's supposed to want her though. She has hurt him. And according to Gemini, a thinner version of a person who inflicts pain is still a person who inflicts pain. Still inflicts pain. The delusion of competition. The wife's focus on weight loss and competing with the ex-wife demonstrates a total lack of insight, a common trait in high conflict personalities. Misreading the problem. She assumes the barrier to sex is that she wasn't physically appealing enough. This allows her, hold on, let me just back up. Let me say this. Let's go back. I want to point something out here, something key. So I want to point out something that she said. And this thing from Gemini, this comment from Gemini made me think about it. Misreading problem. She assumes the barrier to sex is that she wasn't physically appealing enough. This allows her to avoid the painful internal realization that her behavior is driving them away. Okay, so she assumes the barrier to sex is that she wasn't physically appealing enough. But let me go back to this emasculation thing for a moment. Listen to what she says she feels she has to do.
Physically and mentally, and I feel like I have to bring myself down to a different way. Not saying down in a bad way, just to a different level.
So if you have to bring yourself down to a
Okay, so she says she feels she's got to bring herself down to a certain level, meaning to make myself appealing to you, like I think that you were appealed to them. I got to bring myself down to their level so I can be appealing to you, which implies that he on a lower level than her too. She said she got to bring herself down to a different level, down, meaning she's got to lower herself so she can meet his standards of beauty. She's saying that he's low vibrational. She's saying that he likes lowly people. He likes dirt. That's essentially what she's saying when she makes that comment. So she's putting him down too, while trying to lift herself up. And it just dawned on me. But listen to what he asked her.
different level, then why are you trying to elevate yourself now?
If you feel like you got to bring yourself down to a lower level, why are you now trying to elevate yourself? That's powerful. The reason why she's trying to elevate herself and make that be the issue is because it allows her to avoid the painful internal realization that it is her behavior that is driving him away. Not because she don't look like Shar, not because she ain't shaped like Shar, not because she ain't shaped like Lynette, not because she don't have their ethnicities. It's a way for her to avoid that her behavior just sucks. It also says this, the illusion of control, changing her body. And let me put this on Bethany. We need to put this on Bethany when I say this. The illusion of control, changing her body, gives her a false sense of control over a chaotic situation. If she loses weight and he still refuses her, she will likely experience a massive spike in rage because her fix didn't work, potentially escalating her volatility even further. In other words, she'll be able to blame him because she will be able to say she did all she could in losing weight to make herself more physically attracted to him. Get that? Okay, now the daughter and niece factor as a baseline deal breaker. This is a deal breaker. Think back to that skit I just showed y'all, where now you got Brooke attacking him and talking to him in the same way that Bethany talks to him. At the beginning of that skit, he's in peace mode. He's looking at bills. He's at peace. And she comes up, the daughter comes up and does the same thing to him that Bethany does to him. When she comes from these random, let's have a conversation, and then starts to attack him. That's what the daughter did. So let's check this out. The daughter and niece factor as a baseline deal breaker. I want to pull this up so y'all can see it. Let me move this over and add this back so y'all can take a look at it. Okay. For a father, the emotional safety of his children is tied directly to his core identity. Didn't I say that earlier? It's tied to his core identity. The moment a spouse crosses the line into verbally abusing his daughter and threatening his teenage niece with the police, she becomes a threat to the pack. I said that she was a threat. Remember how she acted when she emasculated him? And I said, well, who's the parent here? Okay. Even if a man found a partner highly physically attractive, the primal instinct to protect his child from an aggressor completely overrides sexual impulses. When he in fight or flight mode, he ain't thinking about doing the do. He ain't relaxed. He ain't in a position where his headspace can go towards arousal, where he can be stimulated. He cannot look at her with desire when he looks at her with protective resentment. So check this out. For the husband, this is a therapeutic reality. This is the reality of his situation. For this husband, let me put the screen on Larry when I read this. Okay. So for this husband, the ick, the ick factor is permanent because it is based on character and safety, not aesthetics. When a relationship reaches this level of daily emotional abuse and systemic destruction described, the partner with PTSD detaches as a survival mechanism. He's not looking at her body. He's looking for the exit. Larry's looking for an exit. He hadn't decided how he wants to make his exit. I know we all can say divorce. We want divorce. Divorce. What that spell? Divorce. What we want? Divorce. We want him to divorce Bethany. But he's got to find his exit. That means he needs the perfect opportunity to make his move and get rid of her. Because the ick is permanent. He'll never want to be with her like that no more. He's never going to be sexually attracted to her ever again. So they might try to make us believe they're going to be together, but we're not going to believe it. Because we don't want them together. And we ain't even in this little fake marriage. We're just watching it on the sidelines, getting entertained by it. So I don't know. Y'all let me know what y'all think about it down in the comments. And while we're down in the comments chatting about it, let's make sure we be about it. Like, comment, subscribe, and share. Until the next Skit compilation, peace and hair grease, y'all. Peace and hair grease.